Hey, this is Chris. Wasn't sure if I was in camera mode or video mode. This is Chris, keeping it real, facts over fear. How you doing this morning? Thinking about masks yet again, because now we have a golden opportunity to see, with the relaxation of the CDC guidelines regarding masks, not exactly. It's still not going to be a perfect scenario, but it's a much better scenario than we've had before. Because as more and more businesses drop their individual mask mandates, more and more people are just not going to bother wearing them, which is good, I think. And we all know my viewpoint. I don't think they work to begin with, and so I think to do away with them is the proper thing to do. But now we're going to be able to see, because the only major thing that's changing right now is fewer and fewer people wearing masks. Yes, vaccinations are a minor factor, but the rate of vaccinations has gone down so much that it's not nearly the factor that it was before. North Carolina, the last full week of reporting, North Carolina only administered 100,000 shots, which means some of those people got their second dose and some of those people got their first dose. And so that's way down from the 500,000 that we saw at the peak during, like it was mid-April. That was the peak number of vaccinations for a week. And so when you think about a state the size of North Carolina only doing 100,000 shots out of 10 million people, is not, I don't believe, going to have a significant statistical bearing on the number of cases. So that's my opinion. You can agree or not. That's fine. So it's interesting to note that since the day that our governor lifted the executive order requiring masks in most settings, on a week-to-week basis, every single day since then has seen a decrease in cases. So in other words, this past Sunday's number of cases was less than the previous Sundays. This Monday's total was less than the previous Mondays, so on and so forth. And so we see that the 14-day rolling average has dropped from about 1,500 just a couple, 2-3 weeks ago, down to about 1,000. And this is despite what I think are unfounded fears that when people stop wearing masks, we were going to see a resurgence. We should, if the premise is simple, right? If fewer and fewer people are wearing masks, and there's not a significant increase in the number of vaccinations, then we should see an increase in the number of cases. And we are in fact seeing exactly the opposite. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. I still think that by July 4th, we're going to be pretty much totally done with this. Whether we get whatever vaccination targets everybody wants to see or not, I think it's going away. And that could be that the herd immunity figure of 70% is just a little too high. That could be one possibility. But we'll see, right? I might come back in a couple weeks and have to eat my words. But I don't think so, because 2 weeks is a pretty good stretch. And, I think there's a lot of other factors involved. I mean, the weather could be a factor, but it wasn't a factor last year when we locked down and the cases still rose. And of course, I mentioned vaccines. That could be a factor, but that's not a big number. 100,000 is not a big number. And what was the other one? Oh, just basically, no other mandates in place. But none of those have changed. The only thing that's really changed is the mask mandate. So this is a golden opportunity to get some actual evidence, some real evidence that can be quantified as far as mask wearing goes. All right, you have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below. Like and subscribe. We appreciate when you do, and we'll see you on the next maskless video.